Hello, everyone. So I just want to talk about like a marketing piece, and then this is especially for like retargeting. So in terms of like marketing, retargeting is like one of the common ways, especially for like e-commerce. But as for like gaming, retargeting is like one of the new like approach for like increase in DAU and also like ROI. So we are just like providing like a retargeting platform called Dynalist, which is like a dynamic retargeting, and we've already working with like over 300 top gaming applications worldwide. And I just want to explain what retargeting at a glance. So as I said, like there's over like 300 gaming apps worldwide already using retargeting. And 10-20% budget allocation, and then also like over 500K to 1 million USD monthly spend is the one of the largest like retargeting campaigns in worldwide. So considering about like 2 years ago, there's like a very limited number of the retargeting campaigns being running, but it's been like rapidly growing. But this is like one of the it's kind of the phase one of the retargeting, and moving into like more game developer and then more spend's gonna be like expected in near future. So I'm going to share some like knowledge about regarding the retargeting today. So here's like 6 topics I'm gonna cover in this like session. So first one is like a retargeting overview, and second is like how to specify the target audience, and then third topic is gonna be like setting up right KGI, and the data integration is like fourth topic, and dynamic segmentation, and then dynamic creative. So the first topic, retargeting. This is like a game application of yours, and then once user is away from the game application, so somebody is like reading kind of news or checking out weather or playing some other games, and then there is like an ad spot, and then usually we are just like purchasing impression from the SSPs, and then this is like how sometimes like ad look like on the on the news site or weather site or like in gaming apps. So we are just like simply receiving game user information from game, and then segmenting users, and then distributing ads, and then once user tap the ads, and then just like the user returning to the game, and this is how like basically retargeting works. And through retargeting, you can motivate and educate users from different angles which users have not realized by themselves. Maybe I can just like explain a little bit more later about this issue. But understanding like user situation, showing like right message being like very positive and aspect using the retargeting. So second things you can do through retargeting is like notify mission, game events, and updates. Provide special offers is like a third issue, and then also like increase like you can increase DAU and then ROI. So what you can do is like provide great user experience outside of the gaming apps, to make user motivated, realize, and play more. Simply like if you consider about like UA, increase in number of the user is been downloads is the most important thing. But through retargeting, you can just like change user behavior in the game, and then make them like learn more about your game, and then to play more. So, and then this is like the second topic, specify target audience. So, just first thing is like you just want to make sure like who you should target to make your game even more successful. And then second one is like what your current marketing or gaming business challenges are. So for example, like if you just like cut and dice like users into like several segments, maybe like you just need a beginner increase the number of the user in the beginner stage or mid stage or mature stage. So, and then just like try to make sure like what kind of the user you are trying to increase. So in this case, like this example, I just want to take like number of the users to increase the first purchase within like 24 hours since first app launch. So according to the data we are seeing from like our technology, we can see like over 70% of the users just installed has just experienced first purchase. 70% of the payer just experienced their first purchase within like 7 days since the first app launch. So just like which means if you can increase number of the first purchase, you can just like increase number of the payers. And then so just like put the first app launch to like a first purchase as like a timeline like this, and then usually like only 3% of user organically purchased since the first app launch. And then next phase, like if you just like are looking at the data at your end, and then picking up like in-game events correlate to first purchase. So for example, like use items in the game, and then play beginner's quest, and then reach to the level 10. It's being kind of correlated events to like a first purchase, and then you can just put like events like this way, and then make sure you can also like make sure user flow of like each game events. So after first app launch, 50% of user use items, and then 10% of user reaches to like a level 10, and then 3% of user just like experience first purchase. The other way is like after the first app launch, 40% of user just like goes to the play a beginner's quest, and then 20% out of the first app launch reached to the level 10, and then 3% leads to first purchase. And in this case, you can focus everything in every event in this like a slide, but maybe just simplify. You can just focus only for like complete the quest and also like reach level 10. And then in this case, like you have to make sure about the KGI and KPI. So maybe I don't need to like explain what that is, but so and then KGI is like of course increase the first app purchase, and then KPI here is like reach to level 10. So and just thinking about like number of the users reaching level 10 leads to like increased number of the first purchase. And here is like the most important issue when you just like running the retargeting campaign, data integration. Here is like two options. The first one is like just purely using the tracking partner post-back data sharing, and then second way is like using tracking partner SDK, and then also like a server-to-server integration. So this is like a first option, like just using the tracking partner postback. So most of the game already installed like SDK of the tracking partners, such as like Churn, Kochaba, AppsFlyer, and Adjust. And then usually you guys are just like tracking like app launch and a purchase. And then this is one of the most important things, just like track custom events. So for example, like a quest enter, item use, and also like a level achieved. So those kind of custom events can be like in track has like an extension, and then increase like important extension data is like one of the most important things to increasing the performance, and also providing the better user experience outside of the gaming app. And then those kind of data is like sharing to like our server sometimes and other DSPs. So second option, data using the tracking partner SDK is the same thing, but you can use like a server-to-server integration, directly like integrating your game server to like a DSP partner. So sending those like a quest enter, item usage, and also like a level achieved data can be sent through like a server-to-server integration. Yep. And then just want to make sure why additional data integration is important. So here is like a simple comparison between like a gaming and a non-gaming. This is like as I said, app launch purchase is like a default, like, data sharing between like game and then DSPs. But here is like a non-gaming application sharing, data sharing. So they are sharing like, app launch purchase. Those are the same like, events they are sharing. But also in shopping cart, product purchased, product ID, product price, and so on. So many like data is being already sharing. Why different? So because like e-commerce is like one of the example. Many of the e-commerce has already like using the product feeds, so they are kind of ready to share their data to using the feeds. There are some like feed optimization technologies already existing between like those like non-gaming application and distribution partners such as like DSPs. So these like if you just like implement feed optimization technologies, all those like data has been automatically shared into like other third parties. And because like Amazon and some other like DSP e-commerce, so they are just like having the this kind of the experience from the browser era, and then just like bringing this benefit from into the game application app marketing. And here, so like a quest enter item usage and then level achieved data, that is like a very important to share. And these kind of additional data has been like changed by like how you wanna target users. And if you just like sharing data, you can just like increase the user experience and then also like a better campaign performance. This is like a dynamic segmentation. So remove, one of the benefit using the dynamic segmentation is like remove organically returning users. So according to like our like analysis, we are seeing like 20% of users are returning organically. So if you just like having the dynamic segmentation in real-time postback, you just like remove those like almost 30% of users from your targeting segments. And just like trying to tell them like what they are really need to know. And here is like some of the negative user experience sample. So for example, like banner shows like rewards is available, but there's no like rewards. Same as like new messages, and also like a new mission. So if you just like integrate in real time, and then we can receive these like reward, new message, and new mission data in real time, and then just like showing the right message at the right timing. And this is like a little bit like complicated. So according to like this like images user flow, and then who is likely to reach level 10 in and just like put like y-axis, use items, and then if you put like a beginner's quest, play beginner's quest, and here's like numbers of the diagrams, and then just like allocate like users in the each like a square, and then which segments are more likely to reach level 10. And in this case, probably like play more and then use items more, likely to like reach level 10 easily. But if user use like a very limited number of items and also like play a little, they are not least likely to like reach level 10. And who needs like tips and support? And then if you use the retargeting, budget is like limited, so you have to use efficiently. So Here I just write as a p point less. So use items 5 times, and I also play beginner's quest in the stage 5. They are just reaching level 10 easily. That's why we don't need to show any specific message to these kind of users. But if players only use items twice, and I also play beginner's quest in the second or third stage of the beginner's quest. Maybe they are just likely if they are seeing the ads, then they are likely to reach level 10. And then this is some kind of the example of dynamic achievement ads. So you can show mission to a user here, and here is a progress bar of a user, a mission progress. And you can show a specific image of the mission here. And of course, you can show a rewards here. So this kind of rewards is very important. And it shows, text message. And then this is also a dynamic text message. Here it says 745 users played, and also defeated this Reaper yesterday. Okay, so if you just provide this dynamic images, you can increase CTR as of 200%, and the up open ratio increase 150%. Okay, thank you very much. This is the end of the slide. Okay.
Hi, I'm Jester from Definite Gaming. When's the best time for anyone to start the retargeting campaigns?
So just best timing is after the game launch, because after the game launch has consists a very good users in the beginning, especially when you launch. You're just very core and then high ROI users been included, and then just make them not to leave the game is most important. So if I compare a week from launch or just 1 month from launch, I simply recommend you to start retargeting in the early stage.
What's the minimum ad spend that we have to allow to start doing retargeting campaigns?
Usually, we recommend you to start with a 10K to 20K as a beginning, and then increase up to 100K to 100K. It's been a kind of good size, I think.
Anyway, as I was saying, you can approach Issei outside if you want to talk to him privately. So I think that's all.
Thank you very much.
Issei, thank you.